and welcome to episode 104 of the Graceful Tangle podcast. I'm Amy Kate. Thank you so very much for joining me today. I have lots of exciting things to share this week and I'm looking forward to just hopping into it. But first, if you aren't already subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do that. And then don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any future videos. I've got some fun things coming up this summer season and I'm definitely excited to share them all with you guys. So be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss out. Also, be sure to check out all of the links in the description box below. I'll have links to the show notes for this episode, which is just going to cover a couple more details. We'll just kind of recap the entire episode. So those will be linked down there. And then also some specific things that I'm going to be talking about today as well. It's a really great resource. Of course, you can always find Dishcloth Make-A-Long information, pattern shops, other social media platforms, newsletter signups. I actually have a couple of other kind of fun things that I will mention in Design Talk. So I'm really excited to talk about those things with you guys as well. Today is Thursday, May 5th. It is earlier than I typically record. I usually do most recording on the weekends. However, we have a busy weekend ahead and it has technically been a week since I last filmed. So I have a lot of content to share with you guys. I thought I would just go ahead and do it. I'm also off today and it's really sunny and beautiful outside. So it was kind of just the perfect day to do it. So that's where I am. But yes, I think that is it for the intro. I don't have any finished objects yet again, however that will be changing next week, so stay tuned. But I do have a couple of works in progress to share, so let's go ahead and jump into the making content. Alrighty, so the first work in progress that I have to show, I don't know where half of it is. Guys, what in the world? Okay, so last week I started this pair of vanilla socks. I am using Hobie. I actually do have the label. I didn't misplace the label. Hobie Silly Socks. This is a 75% wool, 25% polyamide blend with one skein. It does come in skein form. You get 100 grams or about 437 yards. So a really good amount of yarn. Pretty standard for figuring or sock weight yarn. And here is what I have of the second sock. Now, I did finish the first sock, but I have no idea where it is. I've just spent a few minutes looking in my room because I started to film this segment and then realized I didn't know where half of the project was. Oh my word. So there's a chance I'll come across it when I'm going through the rest of these whips, but if not, I will just share it next week and that'll be okay. Anyway, so I am using my own vanilla sock pattern, the Success Socks. Really simple sock pattern, pretty mindless and just really fun to do. So this is, like I said, the second sock. I'm really loving how this yarn is turning out. It's self-striping, but it has this little bit right here, which is pink and brown, kind of speckled, so it kind of imitates Fair Isle, which I really, really like. So anyways, the first sock turned out super cute, and like I said, it's done. But I just can't figure out where I put it. I've been doing some cleaning this week because I am officially on a break from school, which is amazing. So I was just trying to get life, honestly, in general, situated before kind of hunkering down with some summer projects. And cleaning was one of those things. And yeah, I don't know where that other sock is. So anyways, I'll find it and I will share it next week for sure. But yeah, I'm fully enjoying this pair of vanilla socks. It's just been really great to work on, you know, whenever I have a few minutes here and there. And it's kind of crazy how much you can get done when you just pick it up every now and then. It really does go by super fast. Okay, next work in progress is something that you have not seen yet. I just started this. It's going to be very difficult to tell what it is right now. But I am so excited about this project. Okay, let me actually grab the book so that I can show you a picture of what it's going to look like. So this is the Tunisian Crochet Handbook by Tony of TL Yarn Crafts. I received this book from her and then participated in a little book tour hosted over on Instagram, which was so much fun. I'm so grateful for that opportunity. But I am making another pattern from this book called the Kensington, I think is how you say it, tote bag. Here's a picture of what her version looks like. It is so cute. Yeah, I'm really, really excited about this project. So I have started mine, and this is what I have so far. So it's worked in panels and then seamed. And so this is like the front panel, and then I will do the back panel next. But yeah, here's what it currently looks like. So it's using the Tunisian knit stitch, which is one that I haven't done in a little while, and I love the way that it looks. It's really, really beautiful. So yeah, it's going great. So far I'm using a huge Tunisian crochet hook. This is a 12mm Tunisian hook. Like, look how massive that hook is. I mean, it's crazy big. But a lot of fun to use because it's crazy big. And I really like these hooks. This is the same, it didn't come in the set that I have, but it's the same line. It's the Radiant Tunisian interchangeable hooks from We Crochet. I highly, highly recommend them. They're my absolute favorite that I have tried, but I have not tried very many. So, you know, if you are looking for some to try, I would highly recommend these. They've, again, been my favorite, at least so far. And the yarn that I am using, I actually have 2 new skeins here, so it'll be easy to share. This is We Crochet Big O. I'm using the colorways North Pole Heather, which is this really, really beautiful light blue color. I used this for a beanie that I designed earlier this year, and I just love the way that this color looks. And then I am also using, do I have the other skein here? I don't know if I do or not, but here's what it looks like in the cake. This is, again, Big O in Cobblestone Heather, so it's really dark, ashy gray. There are endless color possibilities with this bag. Like, there's so many beautiful ideas that I could have done. But I liked these 2 colors together, and then I did intentionally put the darker color at the bottom of the bag just so that it wouldn't show, you know, dirt and things like that as easily. But anyways, it's going great so far. It's really quick. I did not spend a whole lot of time doing this part. I just kind of wanted to get it started, and then I set it aside to show on the podcast. But yeah, it's going great. I'm excited to see how much I can get done within this next week. It would be awesome to finish it, and I might be able to do that, but we will see. I'm not entirely sure yet. Okay, so those are the only works in progress that I have right now that aren't designs. But I am working on some really, really fun designs and 1 or 2 new things. So let's go ahead and hop into that. Okay, so the first design that I have to share this week is something that you have seen for the past couple of weeks. It is being released on Thursday of this week, which is incredibly exciting. And it is this Sunshine Rug. I haven't completely settled on a name yet. I'm hoping to call it Sunshine Rug, but it's also not super original, so it might be taken. I have to figure that out. But here is what it looks like. It is completely done. We all know now this color really blows out the camera, so I apologize for it getting dark. But it turned out so cute. I love it so much. So this is the perfect like rug for a doorway. You could put it in front of a desk or a counter or sink in the kitchen. Bathroom would be a really fun addition too, like maybe if you have a kid's bathroom. I feel like this would be such a cute little addition to that. But yeah, it was so much fun to make this project and to design this pattern, and I'm so excited to share it with you all. I used Hobie ribbon yarn for this, and it was a blast to use. It was my first time ever using a ribbon yarn. It went so well. As I mentioned recently, I don't know if it was last episode or the one before that, but I did talk about briefly how this yarn is kind of a little bit harder on your hands, so I think it's important to just be aware of that. And also, if you decide to use the same yarn, and I note this in the pattern as well, but pull from the outside of the ball. That's going to help with twisting. I started the project by pulling it from the center, which is usually what I do on skein-shaped balls of yarn, but it was just getting so twisted. It was just the way that it was coming out, and with ribbon yarn, you know, it's like a knitted rectangle almost, knitted just ribbon, flat piece. And it was getting so twisted. And so it doesn't really matter, like it's going to get twisted some anyway. You'll be able to tell a little bit when it's in, you know, project form. But it was just even more noticeable and uncomfortable to work with because it was getting so twisted. So anyways, highly recommend pulling from the outside of the ball. That really, really helped that situation. But yeah, turned out so cute, and it was, again, so much fun to do. It went really well too. It was just, this was one of those designs, you know, it doesn't happen often, honestly, but this one just really came together. Like, it really became exactly what I had envisioned. Even these little points, just the multiple of stitches that I needed was absolutely perfect, and that was not planned. Like, I was really just kind of flying by the seat of my pants. I was just going to change my idea if stitch counts didn't work. But yeah, it came together so beautifully, and I am very excited to share it with you guys. So stay tuned for that pattern. It'll be released on Thursday of this week. So yes, very, very exciting. Release days are a lot of work, but so much fun. Okay, the next design that I'm working on is something that you have also already seen, but it is this blanket. I've done a little bit of work on this, but not a ton, I don't think. I might have only added in one more color. Yeah, not a ton of work, I don't think. But anyways, here's what it currently looks like. I am just obsessed with this blanket. It is so much fun to work on, so relaxing and enjoyable. It's a really mindless pattern, which I just thrive with personally, and it's going so great. I am using Crochet Brava for this project. I'm using one skein of Brava 500 in Dove Heather for all of the gray stripes, and then for all of these little color stripes, I am using the rainbow set of 25 gram minis. And yeah, it's just perfect. It's so colorful, so bright. It's a really fun, just kind of spring project to be working on right now, and I am super excited to share this pattern with you guys. I am currently aiming for either a late May or early June release. I'll of course announce that more when the date gets closer, but it's going really well right now, so I'm hoping that it won't be too far out. And yeah, it's been so fun. I just love how bright and colorful it is. It's also very lightweight and drapey. I'm using an 8mm hook, but just a worsted weight yarn, so it's a really beautiful drape. The stitch that I'm using for the color stripes is the moss or linen stitch, and that stitch is one of my absolute favorites. It might be my favorite, honestly. I love it so much, but it has a tendency to tighten up, and I didn't want that to happen, especially since I am switching stitches throughout the blanket. So going up to an 8mm hook really helped that, I think, and it's just really keeping my gauge even, and it's been so great. It's been so fun, so fun. So yeah, I'm hoping to make a lot of progress on that this next week. This past week I spent a lot of time kind of just like brainstorming designs, getting new things lined up. This week is going to be a bigger week of just finishing some designs, finishing some projects, and I'm excited for that to happen. It's really my favorite weeks. So it's going to be a full week of making and a break from school. I'm so excited. Okay, next design, something brand new that you have not seen. I am working on the beginnings of the Efficient wrap. So the Efficient collection is something that I have started. I have done so far the Efficient pullover, cardigan, and tee. The Efficient tee was the most recent, and this is going to be the Efficient wrap. So that'll be the technical name, but it's really like a vest style, kimono style. You could leave the seams open for it to be more of like a cape or, you know, a wrap in the true meaning of the word. But it has been so much fun to work on so far. So here's what it currently looks like. I'm using We Crochet Billow, which I absolutely love for summer garments, in the colorway Natural. So it's a really beautiful kind of off-white color. It's going to match everything. It's going to be the perfect summer accessory. I am so excited about this. And yeah, it's going so great. So it's going to be a very oversized, as you can see. This is the back panel, and it is like going to go way down on my shoulders, which is exactly what I was hoping for. This is going to be a really perfect pattern for really any size. Like, I'm going to have sizes listed, of course, and, you know, all mapped out and graded. But at the same time, literally, it's as simple as just chaining whatever width you want, crocheting until it's as long as you want it to be, and then splitting that number in half and proceeding for the front panels. So I'll explain all of that a little bit more in the pattern, but it really is so basic and beginner friendly, which is exactly the audience that I am hoping to reach with this pattern and all of the efficient patterns. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun to work on so far. Again, super mindless. Hardest part was doing the math, and it was not even difficult at all. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I am so excited to wear it. I have some green shorts and a gray shirt that I think is just going to match so well, and I am super excited to wear it in the summer. It's going to be amazing. Okay, so next up, I have one more design that I am currently working on, and where did I put it? Right here. Okay, so I shared this last week. I was just getting started. I think I was about halfway done with the front panel, and I have since finished the front panel, which is very exciting. So this is a new tee that I am designing. I modified a well-known stitch to make it a little bit more not dense, like it's not a thick fabric, but just less open, less holey, for lack of a better word, just so that it's not like as see-through. And I think it totally worked, and I am obsessed with the way that it looks. It is so beautiful. I'll do kind of a close-up so that you can see it. It's so pretty. It's just going to be so fun to wear this throughout the summer months. So like I said, the front panel is done. I'm not entirely satisfied with this little shoulder shaping that I did, so I think I might go back and add a couple of rows to that, just to make it a little bit more noticeable than what it actually is right now, because I do want the shoulders to go up a little bit more than the front of the neckline. So that's just a design element that I will go back and revisit. But other than that, the front panel is complete, and I am ready to move on to the back panel, which is super exciting. However, like this week has gone, apparently, with me losing things, I took notes for this pattern. I did the math. I figured out the stitch counts and the pattern, the stitch pattern. Like I said, I modified it, so I needed to figure out exactly what multiple it was. I cannot find that piece of paper anywhere. So I don't know if I'm going to have to go back and redo it all. Hopefully I'll find it here soon. It is so frustrating. I have no idea where I put it. And I've cleaned my desk since then. I am losing it. I'm losing my mind. It's that simple. I'm losing it. But anyways, I'm hoping to find that soon. And then I will be able to figure out the math to do the back panel and move on with this design. If not, you know, I will just kind of revamp and do it all over again, but I would love to just find it and move forward with the notes that I had already taken, because they were definitely helpful. They were definitely helpful. Anyway, the yarn that I am using is We Crochet Cotton. I don't think I have a new skein here, so here's the one that I'm currently working on. Anyway, this is a DK weight cotton and linen blend. Perfect for this time of year. This is going to be such a lightweight and just open tee. Again, very perfect for this time of year. So I'm excited to share more of this with you guys. I'm hoping to finish my sample by mid-May-ish, and then put up a tester call. So stay tuned for that. If you'd love to be a tester, I would love to have you. It'll be a lengthy testing process just to give everybody enough time. And then hopefully maybe release the pattern in late June, maybe. We'll have to figure out all of that, but I think that is doable. So we'll see, maybe early July at the latest, I guess. But I'm super excited about this design, and I am looking forward to sharing more of it with you guys in the next couple of weeks. Okay, the only other design that I'm currently working on, I actually haven't started yet, but I thought I would go ahead and share the yarn because it is so beautiful. So I am collaborating with Southern Twist Yarn, who is a yarn shop, which is a yarn shop in Fairhope, Alabama. So I am in Northeast Alabama area. Fairhope is south, so it's south of me for sure. It's a good distance, but it's still in Alabama, which is fun. Semi-local yarn shop. So I am going to be using this skein of Life in the Long Grass Moon Sock. So 20% silk, 80% superwash merino. Like I said, this is the Moon Sock base, and the colorway is Tree Bark. It is so gorgeous. I'm obsessed with this color. So I chose this from her online shop, and I'm going to be designing a sock pattern with it. So I'm really excited for this design. It's going to be so beautiful and fun. I'm choosing, you know, all of the little elements for this design currently, and then I'm hoping to start it very soon, and obviously share it next week. But I thought I would go ahead and share the yarn because it's so beautiful. Definitely check out the Southern Twist yarn shop. I will link it down below, and their Instagram handle if you'd like to follow them over there. Yeah, I was so happy to find them and to have them reach out to me on Instagram. It was a blessing. So I am excited for this collaboration and to release a really fun pattern with them. So that is it for all of the knitting and crochet content. I do have a little devotional that I have planned, so let's go ahead and talk about that for a few minutes and a life update. For devotional today, I wanted to mention a song that I have been listening to so much, and it has just been a really big encouragement for me personally, and I thought that you guys might want to listen to it as well. So you probably already heard of it, but it's called Gratitude by Brandon Lake. It is a beautiful song. It's really just so full of encouragement and just guiding us to be grateful for everything that God has done and all that He will do, and how, you know, He's always with us, and He's only asking for our submission and our trust, and just to praise Him and to glorify Him and honor Him in all we do. It's such a beautiful song. It's such a just like peaceful and calming song. I like listening to it at night and just kind of, you know, thinking about how the day went and, you know, what might change the next day and how I can honor and glorify Him more and more each and every day. And it's just a really beautiful song. So I encourage you to listen to it. I will link it down below if you want to check it out. But yeah, it's very powerful. So be prepared because it's so good and so encouraging. Life-wise, it has been a busy week. My birthday was on May 1st, so last Sunday I am officially 20, which is crazy. Entering the next decade of life, it's crazy. It was kind of more, I don't know, it's just hard to have unmet expectations, I think, to have these certain things that, you know, think might happen before you turn 20, and just because it's kind of a, you know, it just seems like a big age, even though it's just one more year. 20 seems a lot different than 19, even though I'm the same person, you know? I don't know if that makes sense, but maybe you feel the same way if, you know, 29 to 30, 39 to 40, like it just, the next decades kind of seem monumental in some way. So it was kind of hard to navigate just those emotions and just continually seeking to trust Him fully, even if I don't have all the answers. And currently, I do not have all the answers. And it's the season of unknown again. I graduate college in August, and I'm still just not 100% certain what my next step should be after that. And so it's really, you know, difficult to manage that. I do not like the unknown at all. But I am learning to be more spontaneous and just, you know, trusting Him and putting His plans above my own. So anyway, other than that, it has been a really good week. Both of the little girls that I sit for weekly, almost daily, but not quite, they had their birthdays this week as well. So it was so sweet to just celebrate with them and, you know, honor them and give them a sweet gift. It was just a really special week of celebrating them. So it was really fun to be able to do that, and just to have a little place in their lives is just so fun and so, such a big blessing and answered prayer. It's absolutely amazing, and I don't take it for granted at all. And then another big note, I am officially done with this spring semester of college. I had my last final. I took it the night of my birthday, so like late Sunday night I took it, and it went great. And I am now done with spring semester. I have one more semester left and 2 classes that'll start in June. So, you know, I'm not super excited about that, I'm not gonna lie, but just power through and finish it up, and then we will see what God has in store next in the next season of life. Currently I'm a little bit discouraged because I worked so hard to just have, you know, all A's. It's been a really good, you know, just college overall has been good grades have been, you know, extremely decent, but I have had almost like 1B, I think, every semester, and that's fine, you know. I'm so grateful for it. I worked hard for that B, trust me. But this semester I have 1B, and I was 2 points shy from an A. 2 points, and this class has like a ridiculous amount of points. Like, I think the most points that you could earn is like 1,900 or something like that. Like, a ridiculous number. 2 points is nothing. Like, absolutely nothing. So, just so frustrating to have that happen. And, you know, I didn't really realize it. Just the way the class is laid out is so confusing. And so I just didn't realize that I was only 2 points shy from an A. And I emailed the professor, and there's like nothing that can be done. So, it was really frustrating to get that news, I'm not gonna lie, but it's okay. It's just a letter. It's fine. Moving on, moving past it, getting over it. Still getting over it, but it's okay. Anyways, I'm so happy to have a break from school. I have the rest of May, for the most part, off, which is absolutely amazing. I'm just so excited to put so much into the business and to have just a little bit more time to dedicate to it, and then still working, obviously. But I'm kind of in prayer over the next season of life, you know, post-college. I just am not entirely sure what is the wisest next step right now. So I think these couple of weeks off is going to just give me a little bit more insight to that and just what I can expect. So yeah, that's where I am at right now. I am so excited for a week ahead of making a lot of progress on these designs. And then I'm super excited to come back next week and share it all with you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you are having an amazing week. Oh wait, there's one more thing I wanted to talk about. Hold on. I meant to mention this in design talk, but I completely forgot. So just a big thing that I did, I opened a Facebook group for this community. So I will link it down below. You can share whatever project you're working on, what pattern of mind you're working on, any questions, any encouragement. It'll be linked down in the description box. It's just going to be a really fun group and community. I'm hoping to just build, you know, a group of people around it that are supportive and encouraging and just makers in general. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'll link that down below if you want to join it. Yeah, throwing that at the very end of the podcast here wasn't my original intent, but that's totally okay. I'm excited for that group though. So again, definitely join if you're interested. It's just super low-key. Again, encouraging, supportive. It's going to be beautiful. I'm excited to see what happens through it. So anyways, I hope that you're having an amazing week full of so much making, and I will see you again next week with episode 105. Thank you so much for watching. Until then, happy making. Bye.